In the Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Washington Huskies and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got enough for the first. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He's got him. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Smashes ahead. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. There he goes down the right side. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Washington. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dante Moore finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. On the move to his left. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house, and since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had confidence.
Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Running inside, it's Griffin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Here's Moore to throw.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Moore to the air. He fires a bullet to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He wants to change this route. Throwing more. Stepping to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Price. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
It's not just the dual-threat guy. You go back to Dan Fowler, Bill Musgrave, or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Again, it's Moore. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Got it, looking for the 1st down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. 4th down, Moore. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's Williams to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Handoff, Washington running left. Finds a seam. Picks up the 1st down. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Washington.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He's got an open man. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, and maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on the...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The corners are walked up tight. He's going to run it. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing.
Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Moore moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs, he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the... There he goes! The 40, at the 30, 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. And the returner will be knocked down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The offense changing the play. Dante Moore. Using his legs to buy some time. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing, Williams. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Williams will pass. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. 3rd down from the gun. Williams. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Guess not all doinks are bad. Off the right, up, right, and through. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's more to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback making adjustments. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor.
Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Williams. Here's a heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give on the counter. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and 6 yards to go. Defense in press coverage. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Throwing more. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hampton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Ducks with the first and 10. Moore to the air again. Pulls it in. It's Griffin. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Mountaineers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory caps the season there for them at 11-1, one of the best regular seasons in program history. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Catch in the middle, it's Hooks. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Moore. Right on the money. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes. A nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, get some good yards after the catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Got his man down the middle. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Huskies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Drills him with the stiff arm. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
He's looking deep. And he throws another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Give to Washington again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Punt is in the air. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David.
Looking deep. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Williams. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.